Hey everyone, if you are tired of having a messy cable management with your wires for your 1x30 V-bore or your 1x30 Tooker belt grinder, I'll show you a very easy cable management system that you can use to help make your workbench look very clean and organized. A couple of the reasons why I'm upgrading what I have right now is because sometimes the wires actually get caught onto the belt and then scrape up, and I don't want to burn up my wires at all. Also, when I have to transport this, I have to carry this machine by itself, carry this as well. So what I'm going to do is attach it to a piece of wood and make it one whole unit, so it'll be a lot easier to move around. Okay, so I found Flaming Box Elder wood, and I think this is going to be an amazing piece to add to my sharpening collection because I can attach the motor and the machine to the board and then make it one whole piece. So I can just grab it and go. Then I'll attach a couple of clamps to work with the cable management. And since I have two 1x30s, I have two Flaming Box Elder pieces right here. So they have naturally red fibers that grow into the wood. And I think these look amazing. That will be part of my knife sharpening now. Okay, so the tools that you'll need, obviously you have your wood with a backer board. The backer board helps prevent any of the metal shavings going past your workstation. Then I have two, these are called P-clamps or insulated cable clamps. Then I have 4 screws to attach the sharpener to the wood, 2 screws to hold the P-clamps in place, and Velcro. You need either a Phillips screwdriver or a drill. I forgot to add the measurements. So this is 17 3/4 inches long by 1 foot wide. So this side is around 8 inches tall, and this side is about 10.5. I like this, how just the natural live edge, so I didn't want to cut that off. So the first thing you want to do is plan out where you want all your tools. I want my sharpener on the far left side, close to my backer wall, but with enough room I can take my belt on and off very easily. I'm also going to put my on-off magnet over here, or I'm not sure yet, maybe on the board or on my workbench. And then I'm going to put my motor on the far right side. I don't want any, since this is an open frame, I don't want any metal shavings coming in contact with this. There will be some, but try and keep it over as far as possible. And I forgot to mention, with the Velcro, since this motor for me is upside right, or I don't know, it's facing upright for me. I would assume that these were made to go underneath like a desk with a foot pedal. So this is upside down for me. So the Velcro is going underneath and sticking on right here. So it's a 15-pound weight Velcro, so hopefully it stays on pretty strong. And then I have this other piece of Velcro because I'm going to get these wires back over here, all tied up, and then I'm going to use like my P-clamps on the very back. Also, I want to give credit to Warren Jones from Honed by Jones. He's a local knife sharpener in Carson City, about 20 to 30 minutes from me. He came up with the idea for the cable management, so I'm copying his idea, just a little bit tweaks on the wood and the backer board. That's all, but giving him credit, check his channel out, Honed by Jones. All right, guys. I'm just pre-planning where I want everything to go. Now you have a look at my balding head. So I want this motor pushed back as far as possible. I'm just doing some practice runs so I can get access to the belts, and this looks pretty good right here. I'm putting a Velcro strap around 2 of the main cables that comes out of the motor and my sewing machine light. So I want this machine pushed back all the way to the back wall, pretty close. And I still have enough room to take the belt on and off. It's perfect. So we have our P-clamp here with all the cables on how we want it. So I'm just going to mark that spot for my drill. Okay, that looks good right there. And I had a bad camera angle, so I put the mark right there. So you see a little black mark, and that's where I'm going to pre-drill so I don't crack the wood. And we'll do the same thing back over here. And with my hand blocking the perfect angle that you can see, just imagine from the other side, you can see me putting the mark of where I want the screw to go into the piece of wood. I'm also using a 1/8 drill bit. Now that we have our holes punched for the cable management, we're going to punch the holes for the motor, or for the actual cutting machine. So nothing too crazy, just marking all 4 corners. There's 2 more holes in the front, but I'm just marking in the actual corners of the machine. And just like before, just pre-drilling. So final thing, we got all the cables in place, all the holes drilled. Now just to drill the screws in. One down. I'm using a screwdriver since my drill wouldn't fit back here. Also, I'm using a 1-inch cable clamp. They had 3/4 inch, which I think would have been fine, but the 1-inch gave me the most amount of room. So I would recommend a 1-inch if you have the Vevor or Tilker. Now it's time to attach the 4 screws to the base. Use screwdriver for the last 2. The battery on my camera died, but I finished screwing in the holes of the sharpener into the wood, and then I said the coolest dad joke, but the camera didn't pick it up. So here it is, shaking it. This ain't going nowhere. All right, so I have my double-sided Velcro. I wanted something pretty sturdy, just in case this got rocked a little bit. So just by sheer luck, this fits the bottom of this really well. I did clean this with a alcohol prep pad just to clean off any dirt or debris or metal shavings on it. All right, let's do this right first time. Get this more in frame. All right, I'm just gonna hold a little pressure right here, make sure everything sticks to the wood and to the controller, and we should be good. All right, guys, so here's a finished product. Motor turns on just fine. My sewing machine light turns on just fine. And I think this looks really good. So I was even thinking maybe getting some wood etching with my logo on the front here and maybe on the back. But here is all the cable management as well. So now everything is secured. It's tight. Nothing can hit the pulleys. And I just think this looks like a really good setup. Here is a time lapse of me setting up this second machine. Even though I just did the first one, the cable management is just a nightmare. So I think this is a great modification to do for any of your 1x30s if there's a whole bunch of cables to it. So before, I would actually fray some of the wires for my light and then almost fraying some of the wires for my machine, which would make it useless. So having some cable management would be an amazing upgrade for your setup. Plus, this is just way easier to carry. So functionally, this is probably one of the better upgrades I've done. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching this how-to video. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This was a pretty simple mod that I did, but I just think this is going to be so much better in the long term. Plus, it looks good, it's very functional, and I won't be destroying any wires that may contact the belt when I sharpen. Alright guys, well I'm Vinny, the Knife Guy. If you need any of your knives sharpened, please reach out at thenifeguyreno.com. I also accept mail-in knives if you have dull knives and not in the Reno area. Alright guys, have a great night.